Hello and welcome everyone. This is Mohammed Arslan and you're watching our JavaScript lectures. So in the previous lectures we have studied that how to comment a line, how to write statements, and now in today's class we are going to study what is variable and what are variables, how can we define them, and how we are going to deal with them. So it's lecture number 14 and let's continue. Much like algebra, what is variable? Basically, JavaScript variables are containers for storing data values. They are called container where we can store values. Like I am just declaring two variable here, var price1 equal 5 and price2 equal 6. The var is basically a keyword which represents variable. It's a short form of variable which becomes var, and here price1 is like an integer variable where I am storing 5, and price2 is also an integer variable where I am storing 6, and the third variable total is become 11 when two variables are plus. So how it is like algebra? You can see that in programming, just like in algebra we use variable like price1 to hold values. In algebra we also use variables like x, y, z. In programming, just like in algebra, we use variables in expressions as well, like we were using in algebra a plus b plus c, something like that. So in the programming as well, we can use variables in the expressions as well, as we are using in the third line of the code, that var total is equal to price1 plus price2. From the example above, you can calculate the total to be 11. This is the way to get the basic sum of the two other variables. We can use multiple more variables, we can use multiple operations with that as well. So this is quite easy for that purpose. It's not going to be very complicated. Next is JavaScript identifiers. What are JavaScript identifiers? Okay, all JavaScript variables must be identified with the unique names. They should not be repeated again and again. If you are repeating any identifier, then it is not going to be identifier, because we consider identifier to be very unique, by which ID we can just go to a single variable or just single object. You can see my lecture for SQL that I have detailed in detail. I have explained that what is ID. These unique names are called identifiers. Identifier can be short name like x and y as it were in algebra, or more descriptive names like age, sum, total value. We can use it as well as like in the previous example I was using the variable name total, which was representing that it is going to be total of something, which was easy to understand, which was readable. But if I was using x, then it is going to be complicated for me to view after a few days. If I just go back to that code after a few days, so it is going to be really complicated for me that how it is. The general rules for constructing names for variables are, there are few general rules which we should consider before creating variable or creating identifiers, and what they are: number one is name can contain letters, digits, underscore, and dollar sign. In JavaScript, we are talking about JavaScript, not about the other programming languages so far, but we are talking only for the JavaScript. Like we can contain letters, we can contain digital signs like 1, 2, 3, and we can contain underscores and dollar sign as well. Name must begin with a letter. It is okay that we can contain a digit in it, but it must begin with a letter. Name can also begin with dollar and underscore sign, but we will not use it in this tutorial because we are going for the basic lines, so we are not going to use dollar and underscore. And we can create a variable with this, but with the digit you can never create a variable which is starting with the digit. Names are case sensitive. Y and y, like small y and capital Y, are different variables. You cannot consider them equal. If you are saying that you are declaring a capital Y and using the small y, then it is going to give you the error, because they are case sensitive. Sensitive means they are watched very carefully that how they spell and in which case they are spelled. Reserved words like JavaScript keywords cannot be used as names. Like in the previous screen, you saw that I declared a variable by using the keyword var, which was in blue. So what you can do, you cannot use that keyword in your cannot use that keyword in your variables, because they are the keyword and they are only reserved to perform some specific task, and they have some specific meaning in every programming language, not just in JavaScript but in the other languages as well. So that's it, that's enough for today. If you have any difficulty in this, because this was completely briefly explained, if you need any help you can contact to me. Have a good day. Thank you.